Servicol Sistemas, nuevo sponsor de este canal. Servicol Sistemas, no solo diferentes, somos mejores. Servicol Sistemas, nuevo sponsor de este canal. Servicol Sistemas, no solo diferentes, somos mejores. Servicol Sistemas, nuevo sponsor de este canal. Servicol Sistemas, no solo diferentes, somos mejores. Servicol Sistemas, nuevo sponsor de este canal. Servicol Sistemas, no solo diferentes, somos mejores. Servicol Sistemas, nuevo sponsor de este canal. Servicol Sistemas, no solo diferentes, somos mejores.
A military official claims that Ukrainian forces have made progress along parts of the front line that are connected to the eastern city. Small Ukrainian units with light armor move towards Russian defensive structures in southern Ukraine, southeast of Zaporizhia, on Sunday, appearing to signal a change in the situation. The counteroffensive is expected to involve large numbers of Ukrainian soldiers who have obtained Western training and equipment. On Sunday, a spokesman for the Ukrainian army reported that Ukrainian forces launching a counterattack had advanced roughly higher than or equal to 1,100 meters at different spots along the front line in the vicinity of the eastern city. The advance is one of a number of roughly comparable victories that Kyiv has announced this week. Following the bloodiest and longest battle since it began its massive invasion in February 2022, Russia claimed last month to have completely captured the hardly fought eastern city with the help of Wagner. In televised remarks, the official, Serai, asserted that the latest attempt by Russian forces to expand a counterattack had fallen short. He continued by saying that Ukrainian forces had severely injured or captured Russian troops and destroyed military equipment. Ukrainian officials have insisted that they won't make a formal announcement when the counteroffensive starts and have warned against focusing on a single area, suggesting it may involve a number of components. They have also cautioned against focusing on a single area. The Russian military blogger War Gonzo debunked early claims on Telegram that the Ukrainian efforts were moving, claiming that it was still too early to make such a judgment, and describing a tough night for Russian forces in the Orikhiv region. On the southern front, the Ukrainian forces' primary assault on the shoreline is anticipated to begin. Fighting is still intense in several frontal areas, according to a surveillance update from the United Kingdom Ministry of Defense on the situation in Ukraine. Along with receiving $46.8 billion in military funding from the United States, the Ukrainians are still using Western weapons and equipment in their combat. This will be the deadliest and most destructive part of the war. In order for the Americans and Europeans to continuously provide support to the Ukrainian military with costly, cutting-edge military hardware, the Ukrainians must persuade them that they can win this conflict. They will fight valiantly because they are aware of the limitations of Western support. The Russians will also put up a fierce fight, especially for Crimea, which the Russian government and the vast majority of its citizens consider to be Russian territory after the Soviet Union collapsed and unintentionally came under Ukrainian rule. In order to attack the land bridge that connects Russia and Crimea, the Ukrainian forces must breach Russian defensive lines in the south